Nice to see you again.
We're going to go back to the stage. The Ventures are about to be inducted.
Here is probably the biggest instrumental record of the day, a thing called Walk, Don't Run. Ladies and gentlemen, here are the Ventures.
When the Ventures sound came together, it wasn't a planned thing. It was everybody's individual talent that came together.
My biggest influence at the time was Duane Eddy. We invented the first all-guitar rock group, which became standard lineup for future rock groups.
How many albums have you fellas made?
I believe that was our 30th LP.
Take a guess at how many million recordings you've sold the world over.
20 million.
The Ventures were the only band of their kind. The style that they sort of created in their own right was pure and simple and exciting.
We don't consider ourselves to be a surf band. We play all different kinds of music and always have.
People always would ask, how do you get that sound? And we realized our sound was different, but I don't think we really knew why. It just happened to be the way we played.
The Ventures created a universal instrumental institution, and when they do a hit, you know it's been done.
The Venture sound, the rhythm sound, with the lead guitar on top of it, goes to make the Venture sound.
To induct the Ventures into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, please welcome John Fogerty.
Well, thank you. Hi, everybody. How y'all doing? It was a little looser when it wasn't televised, I'll say that. It is my very great honor to be introducing the Ventures, and every guitar player on this planet knows what I'm talking about. And every guitar player on this planet knows what I'm talking about. It all started about 50 years ago when Don Wilson and Bob Bogle got together and talked about maybe getting some guitars and starting a band. They were two construction workers with a dream, my kind of guys. Soon they found Nokie Edwards and Skip Moore, a drummer, and they cut a couple of vocal songs. Matter of fact, there was singing. Didn't have much success with that. The next step is pretty interesting. With the help of Don's mom, they formed their own record company. And they cut an instrumental that they'd heard on a Chet Atkins record. The song is Walk, Don't Run. It gets picked up nationally and makes it all the way to #2. Much more importantly, that record kicked open a whole movement in rock and roll. And it's something I still wonder and am amazed at all these years later. The sound of it became surf music. And the audacity of it empowered guitar players everywhere. Imagine 4 guys playing rock and roll in their garage and getting paid to do it. With my old band, we would sit around and try to learn all these songs. You can imagine me and Doug and Stu in a garage in El Cerrito picking apart all these Ventures songs and trying to figure out what made it work. and we were getting a great education along the way. When the Ventures first hit the radio, I would say I was gone. The Ventures have gone on to record over 250 albums. Good Lord, think about that. Nowadays, some of us would be happy to sell 250 albums. These guys gotta love Japan. Over there, they are gods. They've created several of the most important songs of all time in that country. In this country, there was a time when they had 5 albums in the top 100 at the same time. I could go on, but it's enough to say the Ventures are the most popular instrumental rock and roll band of all time. This is long overdue, and guys like me sure appreciate this. It is my honor to induct the Ventures into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Thank you. Thank you very much. You know, I don't know why it is, but every time I get into a theater like this that has these loges or box seats, it makes me think of, other than that, Mrs. Lincoln, how did you like the play? I know it's wrong, but I do it anyway. Anyway, I'm an old person, so I got all this. And I know the other Ventures are going to talk for about 5 seconds, so I'll try to make this fast. Talk real fast. Okay, my partner and I, Bob Bogle, started an instrumental group called the Ventures in 1959. Bob couldn't make it tonight, which is a shame. Who would have thought that after recording Walk Don't Run 48 years ago, we would be going through this honor tonight? Yeah. Not bad for 2 former bricklayers. And I know there's a few former bricklayers out there tonight. I'm sure there is. Let's see. Also, my mom, Josie Wilson, who was a big part of our, oh, thank you, yeah, who was a big part of our early success. If she could have lived just 1 more year, she would have seen this, and it's a shame, too. Anyway, I'm sure she's here in spirit. And some of the people I want to thank: Mark Christopher of KBSG Seattle, Lieutenant Governor Brad Owen of Washington State, and Governor Gregoire for making the 10th of March in Washington State Ventures Day. Yeah. I want to thank everyone at the Liberty Theater watching this on the big screen. Also, kudos to Jack DeFranco, our manager, Fiona Taylor, my son, Tim, my wife, Dory, who is my biggest help, and to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame members who voted to get us inducted. But most of all, I want to thank our fans all over the world. May God bless you and keep you safe and healthy. Thank you very much.
My name is Nokie Edwards. I'm the lead guitarist. Thank you. I'd like to thank Chet Atkins and Les Paul for their inspiration. And also, I'd like to thank the bands too, and I'd like to thank Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.